Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Band Together. We are focusing on the book, Breakthrough Parenting. My name is Paul Everts. I'm your host. If you want to reach me, please go to BAND, the number 2, Together, bandtogethercomcast.net. I'm a grandfather of 2, soon to be 3. Thank you, Ashley and PJ. And a father of 2. I love you, Ashley, PJ, and Katie. PJ and Katie are our children. PJ is going to be 30. Katie's going to be 28. And I use this book a lot. And I'm glad I did. Again, it's autographed. I like to always show this. It's autographed by John Maxwell himself. I can come in. Let's do some workshops with you on this book. It'd be fantastic. The book, so you know, is out of print. It was published in copyrights 1996. Whew! The previous 6 breakthroughs are on videos that you can see at Breakthrough Parenting. And again, Ashley, bless your heart, she said, Paul, I think I get your playlists updated. So I did that. I'm learning how to do it. I'm 58 years old. By the way, if you want to help me make these videos a little more professional, let me know. I'm ready to. We are building a company. I'm newly retired. I would love to have your help. You see the videos that we have on YouTube, and you can go to our website, www.conductingmylife.com, see who I am. If you want to help, support. We're just a growing mom and pop shop. We want to see parents today thrive and help the United States stay on course, be what the founding fathers wanted us to be. All right, there's my introduction. My media coach, Chaplain John. Shorter's better, Paul. Okay, I'll keep it under 10 minutes, Chaplain John. Therefore, Breakthrough Parenting, number 7, there it is. Do everything possible to influence the influencers in your child's life. The potential breakthrough for the parent, continued positive influence. The potential breakthrough for the child, continued positive direction. And that makes sense because your child is going to be you eventually. So always remember that. Don't let the teachers be your child. Don't let other people, let them help you. For sure, let them help you. But you're the parent. You get to be the breakthrough in your child's life. All right, so when Dr. Maxwell was about 10 years old, Larry, his brother, and he discovered the local canteen. They had heard about it from their friends at school, and it sounded like the most wonderful place in the world. It had a pinball machine, pool table, soda fountain, everything that we thought we could ever want. Of course, that's Larry and Dr. Maxwell. Several places in town were off limits to us, and we knew the canteen was on the list. Some of the tough kids from bad families hung out there, and occasionally there were fights. But those facts only added to its allure. We really wanted to go. And being a positive thinker even then, Dr. Maxwell figured out Larry, the brother, and he could talk Dad into letting us go. When they approached their dad, he said, "Boys, let's go down there and take a look at the place." When they first walked in, Larry and Dr. Maxwell were a little embarrassed. After all, nobody else had his dad there with him. But they got over it quickly. They walked around looking at all the great stuff Dad took in the scene and asked, "Boys, what is it you like about this place?" They walked him over to the pool tables and showed them to him. He asked, "All right, what else?" They showed him the pinball machine and other things they liked. "Okay, boys, let's go home." The next day at dinner, Dad made an announcement. "I want you boys to know that your mother and I bought a pool table today. It's going to be delivered in about a week. Larry, you and Johnny will need to clean the basement this Saturday and get it ready." The 2 boys could not believe it. And they were even more excited several weeks later when a pinball machine was also delivered. Soon after that, they got a ping pong table too. They put a light over the pool table, hung some signs on the walls, and in a matter of few weeks, their cellar became the basement canteen. The allure of the canteen in town quickly faded away, and their home became the place to be for their friends and for the 2 boys. Before long, they always seemed to have a big group of kids at their house. Mom likes to tell a story about Grandpa Maxwell, who came to visit them about 6 months after they created the basement canteen. Mom was in the kitchen preparing lunch, and a group of us boys were playing in the backyard. Grandpa Maxwell came out into the kitchen And she could see he was agitated. He said, "Laura, do you know how many boys there are in your backyard?" And Mom replied, "Yes, there are 13, and I know the name of every one of them." "How can you stand all that racket? Listen to them, they're so noisy." Mom said, "Yes, they are. But at least my boys are in my backyard. I know where they are and who they're with." Dr. Maxwell's parents wanted to continue having a positive influence on the two boys as they grew up, and they found a terrific way to do it. At the same time, they directed them away from negative influences. Providing the two boys with the basement canteen was not easy for them financially, though Dr. Maxwell didn't realize it at the time. His mom and dad went without some things to do it. For example, Dad had only one good pair of shoes and one good suit, and their vacations were always family outings in the car, usually to visit relatives. Dad was a good money manager, and he and Mom made careful choices based on priorities that put the family first. Okay, just think about that story and think about the technology we had. I had an interesting talk with one of my scholars about, the fact that she thinks it's okay that Mom and Dad know where she is 24/7. That's for you to decide. I think there's always a healthy balance. That seems to be a heavy-handed. I know when you and I were young, if you're 58, about that time, we didn't have cell phones. We weren't connected to Mom and Dad all the time. They had to trust us. Yet this is a good point. You should know who your children's friends are. You should have a basement canteen where they're going to come hang out at your house. Open your house to your children's friends, okay, and see who they are. Some of your best friends are going to be your children's parents. All right, so just a couple of things, because again, I do want to keep these under 10 minutes. When influence takes a U-turn, their actions reflected a lot of wisdom, there being Mom and Dad. They showed they understood how influences change during the course of a child's life. When children are young, their parents hold the most important place in their lives. Isn't that true? That's still true 28 years later, again, when our youngest was born. When children are young, their parents hold the most important place in their lives. Dr. Maxwell is reminded of a story about a 6-year-old girl who was performing during her church's children's department program. Standing before the congregation, she completely forgot her Bible verse. Her mother, seated in the front row, mouthed the words of Jesus, "I am the light of the world." The girl relaxed and radiated confidence. In a voice like a cheerleader, she proudly called out, "My mother is the light of the world." But when children get older, as their parents' influence decreases, their peers' influence increases. And the direction children take is like a U-turn. So here's the graph he shows. As a result, parents become less like the mother of the little girl in the church program, more like the father who said the following: "I'm paid to be a foreman. My job is leading men. My boss thinks I'm a natural, but if I am, why then, I wish someone would tell me why snow-swept walks I clean. When in the house sit 2 grown sons who made the football team." Yikes. Okay, and as I said, I'm going to keep this under 10 minutes, and I don't want to go into the next thing. But next week, influencing the influencers, places of influence, and home. So again, I'm not going to go past 10 minutes, and I don't want to rush this either. Great book. If you want to hire us to come out and work with you, your family, your church, your business, BAND, the number 2 Gather Band together at Comcast.net. Go to our website, conductingmylife.com. We're here for you. Begin with the end in mind. Every choice you make is who you are. Seek first to understand and be understood. And finally, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That's why I do these videos. Thank you. Thank God. And tomorrow is Easter. Those who celebrate Easter, Resurrection Sunday, I hope it was blessed. And today is March 30th, 2024. Happy anniversary, Diana. Thank you for 33 years, and I love you.